Stop using good technique as the reason as to why you're not training hard enough in the gym. For the longest period of time, I've said on this channel, there are four main things that are going to make up a good quality set. And the first one is going to be your arm path. This is your ability to drive the origin and the insertion of the muscle together. If we're speaking about our chest, it's going to start here, run across our pec fibers, and insert onto our humerus. So we want to make sure we're driving our humerus towards the midline of our body to hit the pecs. Perfect. So we've got arm path. After that, we've got range of motion. Go all the way down. Go for a full range of motion. Don't do half reps. Then after that, we've got tempo, speed of the repetition. 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, pause at the bottom, drive back up. Done. For the most people, though, and I find the fitness industry has kind of gone full circle. It's gone where people were just training like absolute lunatics and there wasn't really much thought to execution and form. Then it went, I think, too far the other way, where people are just trying to do really slow, controlled reps. And realistically, they're leaving a lot of gains on the table because they're just not training hard enough. And I think people are starting to use that as an excuse as to why they don't need to train so hard. You want to do both. You really will not grow any new muscle if you don't absolutely go in there and just royally destroy yourself session after session. I can't stress enough how important it is to do that. Like, currently at the minute, me and my training partner, we're going in and it is fucking war against each other. We're tallying up who won the set across the workout. Whoever has the most sets in the workout wins and has the bragging rights to the next one. And then we accumulate the sessions on top of each other till the end. And then whoever wins out will obviously have the bragging rights, which will fucking, no doubt, eat each other alive by the time it comes to the end of this. For that reason, then, we're PBing every session. Like, session after session, I'm beating who I was last time, looking at the numbers, because I'm trying to beat him as well. And on many things, he's stronger than me. On other things, I am than him. So it's all-out war every time we train. But the purpose of this is it gets intensity out of you. To an understanding that the level of intensity we've been going to recently means, in the past, I've not been training as hard as I could have. I've been, like, going hard, but not going, like, all-out hard. If you really want to change how your physique looks, you need to go all out hard. You need to leave nothing on the table, not just like one RAR. It's, I couldn't have done any more. My arms are fried. The load isn't going to move up anymore. I am done. I've hit failure. Then at that point, then you can know you're making progress. Because like the time's going to pass anyway. The years are going to pass anyway. And your youth is going to pass anyway. So you can just train that little bit harder now, stack the muscle on now, or you can spend longer trying to get to a place that you wanted to. Like, whether we like it or not, we're all in competition with everyone else around us, all the people in the gym, all the other like men across the world. We're all in competition with each other because we all want the same things. We all want the best for ourselves in life, and the best things, everyone wants them. That's why they are the best things. So what are you doing to stand out? What are you doing to be better than the people to achieve that? That's where your gym sessions come in. That's where your intensity comes in. I'm not saying to not do any execution. I'm not saying just to sack off tempo and completely neglect lowering the load down under some control. But what I am saying is you want to train to absolute fail. You want to be coming at your sessions like toast, like absolutely toasted from the work that you've done here, so that you know you've left nothing on the table. You know you've beaten last time. You know you're now going to sleep and progressively overload and get back into a space then where you can do it all over again. And honestly, after 6 to 8 weeks, you should need a deload. You should have absolutely toasted yourself at that amount of time. You can't run that hot forever, nor do you want to. And then you just rest. And then you take the deload, and then you go again. But if you're serious about changing how your physique looks, you can't be in there tickling weights. And I know most people do it because it fucking hurts. It's so much easier when you've got a training partner who's like you are battling it out against. That makes it so much easier. But if you don't, you're going to have to find another way. You're going to have yourself like looking at the numbers being like, I must beat this rep, otherwise like I am a fucking failure, loser, whatever you need to do to get that done. I can't stress enough how important it is, because people are training like that and you will get left behind. If you found any value in my channel since you've came to it, when I tell you now that the best thing for building muscle is not the exercises, it's not the right protein, it's just simply your ability to make the muscle go to mechanical, and yeah, let's say mechanical failure. We could talk about technical failure, but you can find ways around that then to just make the muscle fail. That's the most important thing like above all anything. Your technique could be slightly suspect. If you go to failure, you're going to build more muscle than the fucking nerd that's doing it like with perfect form, but has probably got 2 or 3 reps in reserve. And that's how most people are training. And they'll look down their nose at you thinking, oh, well, he doesn't even lower the weight under control. He doesn't know where his arm should be moving. It's like, yeah, but you're probably finishing 2 or 3 reps early. So let's be honest, this young killer's out there just being aggressive and getting after it. The technique's there so you don't get injured. The technique's there so you're training the working muscle, sure, but then you're going to take your ethos of absolutely obliterating the muscle into a fucking, like, nuking the life out of it to grow the true muscle. I can't tell you enough because, and the thing is, it's still hard to go to the gym. It still takes effort. It takes effort to do a 70% effort session. It's not free. It's not nothing. You still had to get sweaty. Your blood still, temperature still rose. You still like had to get a bit of a pump. You still had to move a decent amount of load. And dare I say it, like if you ever go into something half-hearted, like when you were younger and you were playing football, ever go into a tackle half-hearted, you always come off worse. With the way you fully commit to the tackle and aim to get the ball and clear out the player in front, you always never seem to come off with any pain, no matter how big and bang the tackle was. It's the same with the gym session. You may as well go in there and absolutely fucking go till you're spent. Because if you go in there and do it 90%, you're just going to be in the same position. It's still going to be just as hard anyway. The difference from going like 99 to 100% in terms of like your mental capacity and physical capacity is not really that. It's not worth the trade-off of not doing it because you've already got to the point. It's like saying we're going to do a set and on the 10th rep it's like, oh, that failed. You couldn't do it done anymore. You're going to stop at like 8 and like 8 was still very, very, very hard. But you may as well just gone the extra mile as you're already up there. It's like getting to like... You've got a mountain and there's like a false summit. You get to the false summit, you're like, oh, well, I can't be asked to go into the proper summit because it's still a little bit further up. You're not going to do that, are you? You're going to push on to the end and make sure you finish it properly. And that's how your physique's going to be developed. And I've really noticed myself growing quite nicely into this gaining phase because of this attitude. Remember, food was there to support this. My scale weight's actually started to drop this week, which tells me I might be ready for a little bit more. But maybe it's just to match the level of output and intensity that we're doing. So this is more just a quick message to you. If you've found any value in my channel in the past, when I say get in there and move that fucking load with intent, I'm being serious. I'm not here to just like tell you to just go and do this fancy exercise. It was never about that. It was about the mindset of becoming that man you needed to. You need to be that man that's in there fucking training like a savage. Beat what you did the time before. As long as you put your hands on your logbook and say, I beat what I did the time before, fine. You win. You win. And that's the only thing you need to make sure you're doing. So get after it. Don't waste any gym sessions. And I'll see you tomorrow.